Hey, what's going on, guys? We are back here at the tabletop, and today we're taking a look at gun magnets and what I think about them and how useful they actually are. A lot of people see these things on Amazon or Wish.com or Facebook or whatever it is, and they purchase them and they think they're a good idea, and potentially they can be, depending on if they're used correctly or not. And a lot of people are probably not using them correctly. Here we have some from TLO. TLO Outdoors, huge shout out to them for sending them out for T&E, and we're going to crack them open and take a look at what we got. Quite literally crack them open, I suppose. So it looks like we got two of them. Two could be used individually, one for each pistol, or maybe two of them together for a long gun. Looks like we got the hardware and all the stuff inside. Let's take a closer look. So here we see the magnet itself, branded TLO. If it'll focus. There we go, branded TLO. Cool, nice. And here's the magnet on the back. This will stick, well, the whole thing's a magnet, really. This will stick to, some type of metallic surface, or you could even screw it in, of course, if it's not metallic, and hold it in place just the same. And then the entire thing the magnet is magnetized, and it just picked up a Glock 20. No problem whatsoever. Holds on to a Glock 20, no problem. I'm shaking it. It's moving a little bit, but it's not necessarily going to fall off. And that's pretty good, because if you're using one of these things to hold a firearm, especially in a specific spot or orientation, under a desk, behind a bed, whatever it is, it's got to be able to hold it up. It's got to be able to keep it consistent and indexed properly the way that you think it's going to be when you grab it. Speaking to the uses of these kinds of gadgetries, as it were, little gun magnets, don't ever once utilize this in a vehicle, at least out in the open, as a means of having your pistol right there by your side, resting up against your knee, potentially pointing at your femoral artery, whatever it is, and just exposed. You're going to leave the vehicle and forget that the gun's there. You might even keep your vehicle unlocked at the time, being brain dead, who knows. It's not a good idea. It's in plain sight. It's easily accessible. Even if the vehicle is locked, someone can smash and grab, and you're bound to leave it stuck to this thing eventually. Even more so and more importantly than that, for your own safety and the safety of others in and around your vehicle, if you're carrying a loaded pistol like that, this, stuck to the inside or underneath your dash or whatever, and a pistol is freaking stuck to this thing, magnetized to this thing, and you get into a wreck or something happens or whatever, the thing gets knocked off, it's flying around the vehicle, topsy-turvy, could go bang, could get caught in between something, and on top of it, you're not going to be able to get to it if you needed to, depending on the situation you're in. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. And just a quick look, obviously you get, at least in this package, your two magnets, which could be used separately or in conjunction with each other, your hardware, and different stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure what the key rings are for. I don't know, little key rings in the bag. Not exactly sure what that's for, what it's supposed to be. You do get this little 3M, like, rubberized felt type of sticky stuff that you can put on here to either protect the finish of the guns or perhaps protect the magnet from scratching whatever you're sticking it to or whatever it may be. Most likely it's to put up top here to protect the finish of your guns. That being said, guns are tools. Use them as such, and you shouldn't necessarily worry about the finish. And if it's a properly well-made enough firearm, the finish should be good to go regardless. I don't know why we're having so much trouble focusing. Let's see if we could focus. There we go. Now we're in focus. Jeez. You'd think I'd know how to do this stuff by now. I guess not. So where do I see something like this coming in hand? Giggity. Coming in handy? Being handy? I don't know. Either way, for sure, like I mentioned earlier, under the desk, behind the nightstand, in the closet, whatever. And again, bear in mind this easily picked up a Glock 20, which is a full-size 10mm pistol with a hefty, chonky slide, and it weighs a good bit. This is a full-size gun. Most people are not even utilizing a gun that big for self-defense, even in the home most of the time. That being said, again, one will do the trick. One will probably even do the trick for something even larger than that, say a PDW, as long as this is properly secured to whatever you are bolting it to, whether it be the wall, a stud, put it in a stud, the back of the cabinet, the back of the whatever it is, in the man cave, in the garage, in the cabinet, in the shower, not in the shower, but in the bathroom where you shower. Hopefully you shower in the bathroom. I don't know where else you would be showering. But either way, secure it down, bolt it down, and that rigidity will help maintain this to whatever it's stuck to, and then as well, the gun will have a better chance of continuing to be maintained in that position if this is structurally sound. And then, of course, this being a 2-pack, we can use both of these to hold up the same gun and have even more support, or hold up a longer and or heavier gun. And either way, sounds like a good idea. Again, make sure that it is properly secured to whatever you're mounting it to, and preferably, depending on your situation, and everybody's situation is different, mount it in a place where it's not noticeable, behind something, in a little nook and cranny, whatever. You know it's there, nobody else really does, but it's easily accessible in case you need it. You could have stuff staged all around the house, all around the garage, all around the property, all around the shop, all around the business, all around the office, whatever it is, all around the YouTube studio. I prefer just keeping one on me, but either way, it helps. It does the trick, and it's a good little last-ditch, safe room kind of deal. You've got something stashed. You've got something you can potentially get to, and other people don't know it's there, so it's a happy little surprise. So what do I think about gun magnets overall as a whole? I'm not for necessarily and or against them. I see their usefulness for sure in a wide variety of situations and scenarios, as it were. That being said, most people buying these, it's gimmicky. They might not be nearly as well made as this one. I'm sure it's all made in China and all that regardless, and it's just a simple magnet. It can't be that difficult to properly manufacture. You'd probably be surprised. But typically the types of people that are buying something similar to this, they're more apt to be newer to the firearms world, maybe not as cognizant of reality within the firearms world, and could probably and possibly be using this the wrong way, or at least in a way that's unsafe to them and others around them. So if you're going to use some type of gun magnet system, make sure it's properly installed. Make sure the firearm is left in a manner you are going to know it's going to be, because it's always going to be, whether it's, one in the pipe, hot, ready to go, which probably in this scenario I wouldn't recommend. I would probably have a full loaded mag and nothing in the pipe, and know that I got a rack to slide when I grab the gun, just in case, because it is fumbly bumbly and you're trying to grab it real quick. The trigger guard is not covered. Maybe you put one, out the muzzle that you didn't mean to. That's no good for anybody. So, I would probably leave it unloaded or cruiser ready, as they call it, just to be safe, just to be careful, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, it's going to increase, the time that it takes to get the gun into the fight, but either way, it could also potentially save your life. So, either way, if you're going to use stuff like this, use it properly. Hopefully, you've gleaned a little bit of knowledge or insight on using this properly, what that might look like, what you could potentially use it for. Again, little PDW, AR kind of thing, shotgun, have a shotgun over the wall, and of course you could have these things on display, but you're responsible for them, so if they get, stolen or in the wrong hands, or God forbid, someone who is inexperienced and stupid enough to start playing with it, or God forbid, a tiny child and whatever, keep it, out of sight, out of mind, but ready if and when, God forbid, you need it. So either way, that's my take on that, my hot take on gun magnets. Stay subscribed for more. And tune in everywhere the Shooting the Poop podcast or the Terribly Tactical channel shows up on Instagram, Twitter, Odyssey, YouTube, of course, Facebook, any of the places. Check the links pinned in the description box below. Stay tuned. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.